BJP's Sankalp Patra, their manifesto came in yesterday, and there are certain sectors that they have bet big on, and the consumers or investors can look at to bet. One is housing. They have promised that they will expand the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, strengthen RERA, and facilitate home ownership amongst middle income groups. Tourism. All the islands are BJP is looking at making them as global tourism hubs, especially islands. They've specified that. Railways, 5,000 plus kilometers of railway lines every year. EVs, the new EV policy is on, and the government itself is going to be focusing on developing EV infrastructure, especially charging across the length and breadth of the country. Auto ancillaries, ones that are likely to benefit most from the new EV policy. PSU banks, now they have the manifesto has promised to double the Mudra loan limit to 20 lakhs. So that is good news for basically public sector banks in the small loan segment. MSMEs, working capital will be provided through the Digital Credit, Digital India initiative. Natural gas, piped gas through to all big cities. FMCGs, unprecedented increase in MSPs, which is likely to be good news for companies like HUL, PNG, Dabur, the ones in that sector. Pharma, PLI has done its bit in promoting APIs, manufacturing and research in India. Mohit, do you see this as big growth sectors, or it will be more than this? These will affect the other sectors as well, or is it just these sectors? And which among these do you think investors can look most closely at?
Amit, yeah, I think since the time the Sankalp Patra has been released, market has been analyzing every finer detail, every line out there, and trying to figure out what stocks are potentially linked and which can perhaps benefit. And I think market, to some extent or to a very large extent, is factoring that the same incumbent government will continue and come back with a full majority. If we continue to believe in that hypothesis, then yes, I think there are plenty of sectors and stocks which look attractive. However, if you go very closely, honestly, I think 70-80% of the sectors are covered, right? There's very little you can say. You see the focus on self-reliance and manufacturing, which is both on defense side, the aero products, aviation, shipbuilding, all those stocks are somewhat covered. The focus on EV, semiconductor, chip manufacturing, and so on and so forth. So that's covered. The focus on Har Ghar Jal kind of covers the water theme. The focus obviously continues to be on the railways and other things. I think ancillary companies on the housing front, perhaps ancillary companies which helps railways also to a certain extent, ancillary companies which help defense also to a certain extent, are the ones to be closely watched. The pipe companies, the wire companies, the cable companies, right? I think those are the ones which will see massive amount of growth with or without government action also, given the way India is demographically changing and given the way the infra development is happening across, right? So my sense is defense, local manufacturing, EV and semiconductor, water, and the ancillaries which feed into housing, the ancillaries which feed into defense, the ancillaries which feed into manufacturing per se, are the ones to be closely tracked.